Morning. What a beautiful morning to wake up in our fabulous boat. Well, it's Ed's boat. Fabulous boat. On the River Thames for another day of adventures. I hope you're going to join us for more. Early morning, very bright.
But not me. I'm not very bright.
Well, we had a night. First night aboard the wonderful Pipe Dream. It was a bit hit and miss. Like most first nights in a strange place. But I was awoken actually about 7ish, or just before, by
another boat.
By another boat, a barge. Not a barge, a narrow boat going through. But it's a lovely morning, beautiful sun. Missed the sunrise because we were a bit tired.
Yeah, we were actually trying to get some sleep. Is that a kingfisher passing? Yes, that was the kingfisher.
Oh, was
Did
it?
you see it that time?
No.
It's the second time I've seen a kingfisher.
Sorry, we didn't manage to get the camera around to show that. But it's lovely. It is lovely. So we're going to have a cup of coffee and wake up. I need to have a shave today. Been promising to have a shave for ages.
Yeah, quite some beard you've got going on.
I know. I don't want to be a captain with a beard. Otherwise I could become a cyclist. You know, all cyclists have beards, don't they? Unless they're lady cyclists, and even they have beards. The bearded cyclists, you know about them. We've put the generator on this morning because we were getting a low battery light on our inverter. Don't know, we did something wrong. Ed, who might well be watching these videos, will be able to tell us after the event and go, what were they doing in my boat? But yeah, so coffee time. Let's enjoy. I bought some porridge yesterday when we were in the shops buying up supplies. Haven't had porridge for a while, usually a winter drink. Here we are in August. I just fancied something a bit different to take on our trip. So I've got to find a bowl now. I'm sure there's a bowl in here somewhere. So I'm having porridge for breakfast. Julia's getting herself ready. And then I think we'll be moseying on a little bit further down river. Somewhere in there.
They're a bit manky, you know.
This is Julia's breakfast. I had porridge, lovely porridge, healthy porridge, good for you, without any sugars or honey or syrup or any of that, or jam or anything, just pure porridge and milk. And Julia is munching the chocolates.
Just realised this is a toffee one.
Oh, it's a toffee. Light toffee?
Fudge, no.
Oh, well. You won't catch me eating it.
No. You wouldn't eat chocolate first.
No, I couldn't possibly. But also, you got some...
Ta-da!
Don't want to advertise anything.
No.
But some raisin wheats. You were raised on those, weren't you?
Ha. Yeah, kind of. They're tasty. I like them because they have, well, supposedly natural sugars in them.
Yeah.
The fruity raisins.
And after this, we're going to crack on, are we?
Yes.
We're showered, we're shaved. I must say, your shaving skills are very good. And you're looking absolutely divine as ever. Which is one reason I love you. Stop all that lovey-dovey stuff.
Oh, there's too much.
There's too much of that lovey-dovey. Also, I'll just check my watch. Yes, it's 12:15. Time we were... What? Oh, no, it's 9:30. We've been here some time.
Yes.
But we will get cracking.
Watch.
No, some eggs.
Oh.
No, we will.
Tap, whack.
I might have some eggs later. But yes, we must charge up the batteries by charging along the river.
Or sedately poodling.
Poodle.
Sedately poodling,
yes, that's it. Meanwhile, down to some cereal, and on we go.
What are you doing, Richard?
I am, every time one of these big F-off cruisers come by, which do seem to be a little bit too big for the river, to be honest with you. No offence if you've got one, but please change it for something smaller. I come out here as if I'm clasping the River Bible, and I say to them, good morning. And I've noticed so far, since that remark was given to us when we left the marina yesterday, that each one has a male driver, and the poor woman sits there meekly at his side going, I wish I could have a go, but the husband who spent all this money won't let me, the swine. But don't worry, I've poisoned his tea, and in a moment he will keel over and die in a horrible agonizing death, and I will inherit it all, is what I imagine they're saying.
Well, even I wasn't expecting that. Trying to work out what you've done here, Richard.
Say again.
I was trying to work out what you've done here, Richard, but I'm untangling it. It wasn't.
Yes, I'm not the world's greatest knot cutter, knot tire. So it's time to cast off. We're going to get rid of all those aspersions. Cast off. Julia's one, she knows how to do all this. After all, she was married to a man in the Navy, so I suppose, and she was in Portsmouth all her life, so all these things rub off, don't they? Let's see if I can undo this little thing.
Might be an idea to just grab the peg, yank it out, and put it forward, and we'll sort it in a minute.
Good idea.
Here we go.
Exceptionally well done, young lady. Exceptionally well done. And away from... Oh, hello. We've got company. Morning. Hiya. Good morning. Morning. Lovely to see you. And there in front of us lies the river, to goodness knows where. We really ought to look at the map, because it could take us to the edge of the world.
Oh no, we're going to pull off the edge of the disc. The flat earth.
Yeah, because we're flat earthers, aren't we? Yeah.
No, but I'm a disc golf fan.
Every river goes at some point like that in a waterfall. Apparently.
That was so funny. There you were saying, oh yeah, Julia knows what she's doing. Laughable.
What, when we were casting off?
Yeah, should have left the rear one. Yeah, should have left the rear one on so that you undid, well.
You mean the back end of the boat, done that last, because that's the easiest place for me to get on board.
Yeah.
And you undid it, and then I could see where I was supposed to jump back on was floating out into the river.
Yeah.
And in the end I had to make a running jump and swim the rest of the way aboard.
Yeah, you're still swimming.
I'm still swimming.
Catch up, Richard!
It's a good job I've got hold of the propeller.
Oh, no wonder you're spinning.
Yeah. My world is always spinning.
Can you
Another
hear?
male driver.
Yep.
Why don't they let their women ever go? It seems weird. And Julia is the most beautiful of them all. But then we always knew that. That's why the fans watch. Well, I think we're coming into Shillingford, according to this. Shillingford Bridge is the next landmark that we will spot, and we're not really sure what we can do. It depends where we can find somewhere to moor, and if we want to stop and have a mooch round, get off the boat or whatever. We did look at Dorchester earlier, but I couldn't really see the easiest place to moor and then walk to the town. It would probably take about 20 to half an hour to get round here. But oh yes, so this is
And
definitely Shillingford.
I forgot my walking boots. I left them in my car.
Oh yes, so we need some shops that have walking boots in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a daft thing.
I see a bridge.
Yep, that's Shillingford Bridge, all right. And I think it costs £1 to go underneath it.
Looks like it's made of Bath stone. Well, I say that because it reminds me of the bridges we saw when we were on the
Kent and Avon.
that's it.
Yeah, heading
we
to
went-
Bath.
Thank you.
You just concentrate
Just
on
finish
steering.
my sentences
Yeah,
for
no
me, why
problem.
not?
Middle lane.
You finish my sandwiches too, don't you?
Yeah, I think I finish everything for me. I've been a bit worried because we have an aerial on the roof just up here, which I've lowered when we're travelling in case it gets snagged on some of the bridges. Ed said that there were some very low bridges, and the one bridge that he marked on the map to say was a low bridge wasn't that low, so a bit confused now. So we thought, safety, just keep it lowered until we're stationary. But that was beautiful. That was Shillingford. I don't know, you know, we're still a bit new to the river cruising than the canals. The canals seem to have a lot more places to stop, and the rivers are just not as freely available. I mean, it says you can stop wherever you like, unless it says not. But unless you know where the towpath, I mean, we could stop there. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
She wants to do it. All locked up, madam?
Yep.
Captain?
Mr. Dapper.
Mr. Dapper.
All set.
This is our first. You did, by the way, you parked it marvellously.
Thank you very much. I would
Yeah.
normally want to say, don't blow smoke on my bum, but
You did.
I did very well on
It's
that
only a
one.
tiny little spot, and you did it amazingly well. We've got this little footpath in front of us, which hopefully will take us into Shillingford. So we'll see what's at Shillingford. So we're going to walk up a road here, probably half a mile or so, to get to Shillingford. And we were just wondering if the name Shillingford comes from the fact that in the old days you would have to pay to cross the ford, yeah, a shilling, which is quite expensive, a shilling back in those days, depending on what those days were, I suppose. Now it would be quite cheap. Bit confused now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a lot to Shillingford, does there?
There probably is if you live in Shillingford and you're watching this thinking what idiots you are, you didn't go to the right place. We've come up from the bridge to a roundabout. There's a bunch of new builds in front of us and can't really see if there's a village to speak of, like, you know, with a church, a village green, an old pub, a couple of old duffers sitting outside moaning about the old days, all of that. So we might go back to the bridge and just have a look over the bridge or something.
Yeah, I mean, there was a beautiful stone boathouse just before the bridge.
Oh, yes.
That we missed on camera.
So we could
It'd be
go
nice
back.
to get a little
Go and have a look at that.
Peek at that.
Just strolling over Shillingford Bridge, built in 1798 by a couple of carpenters who'd never worked with stone before. One of them was blind and the other one had no legs.
I think I know what you're trying to say.
I'm trying to say I made that up.
Yeah, and if you want to know about the bridge, there's probably something on Wikipedia
Yeah,
or on local web pages.
exactly. We don't know what we're talking about, but we're enjoying exploring it.
Yeah, it's a lovely bridge.
So the place we were talking about is actually just down there behind the trees, which...
Hidden behind a very gorgeous London plane tree.
Oh, lovely. It's just that plain London tree that we like.
We might take a little stroll closer to it in a bit. Just going to see what's over here.
These are like little chalets down there.
I wondered, when we passed them, I wondered if they were just houseboats.
Because there's a woman, you can't see it probably from my camera, but there's a woman inside changing the sheets and stuff. And they're quite extraordinary looking things, with solar panels on the top to power them.
They do actually have outboard engines at the back as well.
Oh right, so they can
they
go...
do move.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. That's the Shillingford Bridge Hotel. We were just saying... Sorry, try and get away from the... noisy traffic. We were just saying that the building itself, if I come over this side, Julia, we can see you as well, looks very sort of 1930s, doesn't it?
It does.
So I wonder if there was anything before that here, or whether this was just an opportunity for some entrepreneur.
Yeah, maybe.
Can't quite see where we've parked. We're on the opposite side of the river there, but in the foreground is the swimming pool.
It looks like it would have been lovely.
In its day, yeah. Beautiful, deepish swimming pool with a little paddling pool at the other end.
Separated off by those bollard things.
It clearly...
Kids falling into the big pool.
Yeah, with the river in the background. How lovely.
So idyllic.
And yeah, and in the 1930s, 40s, you can imagine them coming across. This would have been a very quiet road, not laden with the
lorries and
and just looking to see if I could see one behind me. Going across the bridge. How lovely.
Beautiful.
Bacon is on. We decided that we would have a late lunch today, or an early breakfast. No, the other way around. Meanwhile, Julia is going through the comments on the video that's gone out today, which is the Bramber video, where we went and had a picnic. Well, we didn't have a picnic, we flew the drone.
Yes.
And
we thought about having a picnic, but we didn't actually have a picnic in the end.
We had a cup of tea in the van. I can't even remember if we did that. But anyway.
We did. Because then, oh yes, because you were spotted.
Oh yes,
and the
that's right.
gentleman said, do you remember what the gentleman said to you?
No.
He said, there's always a different lady with you.
Oh yes, that's right.
Oh, thinking,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, because obviously my daughter, apparently, according to somebody, so we pinned a comment. We were looking at the comments. We pinned a comment. We've got a new tactic. If you don't like the videos and you put something horrible, we're going to pin it, because we know that all our supporters will get on board and put them in their place. So, you know, you've been warned. You're not my daughter, are you?
No, definitely not. I mean...
And you are spoken for.
Absolutely.
So if anyone was thinking, leave her alone.
I'm very much.
I don't know, all that lovey-dovey stuff. It's outrageous. off again. Who knows where, who knows when. Don't really have much of a plan on this trip. The weather is a bit overcast. 1 minute it's sunny, the next minute it's in, so it's kind of like whatever we want really when the moment grabs us.
Yeah.
We might have more of a exploring towns and places on the way back than on the way, because you know we've done. Do you remember when we did that? Oh, where was it? On the Kennet and Avon, Bradford on Avon.
Oh yes.
And it was pissing with rain.
Yeah.
It was just so miserable. We were both a bit miserable.
We were a bit tired by then anyway, weren't we?
And
we had a 8-week-old Joe.
Yes.
With us.
And I was really a bit pissed off with the weather because I was so desperate to make the best videos.
And all the traffic was annoying you.
Yeah.
There was just constant traffic, which I'm assuming and I'm told is Bedford normally.
Yeah, so it wasn't unusual, but it was just, I think we were losing the light, it was dark and
it all felt like it was conspiring against us.
yeah, and you do get days like that. You do, when everything just seems totally going the wrong way. And I'm sure everybody has days like that themselves.
Surely.
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 So we're pootling further down the river towards Wallingford, which is where apparently they film the Midsummer Murders, or used to, I don't know if they still do. Not having a television, I've not actually ever seen one, but I think John Nettles, who was Bergerac, was the main character in it some years ago. You see some amazing places, like this wall that we're just looking at here. Obviously a big private estate with their own, almost their own little quayside. Absolutely staggering, beautiful. With the obligatory sign saying, "Do not moor here." So just going past now Littleworth Marina. And then I think we should come to another lock. They're waving. And their big boat behind us. And this one is a marina full of these great big, impressive boats. And no doubt hire boats. I think these must be hire boats that we're just coming up to because they're all the same make.
Restaurant. Probably can't see that very well, but there's a nice restaurant there with seating outside. People dining and feeding the ducks. Lovely.
Which on a nice day, which is a nice day, but
It's
on a nicer
chilly,
day,
isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's I put a jacket on, as you can see.
Twice.
So yeah, we must be coming up to a lock fairly soon.
Yeah. There's a big blue sign there saying.
Oh yeah, big blue sign, lock. Oh, right, imminently. You've got time to tune the ukulele. The lock's open.
I blooming have. I've done.
Oh, you've done it, have you? Come on, we've got a boat to get through. We don't want to hold everybody up. Right, it's just me that's got to undo the stuff. That was easy.
It was. Now let's put her in there.
You'll appreciate it's not so easy to hold the camera and do all the rope work, so that's why you're not always seeing all of the action. And also, if there's other people in the lock, they're waiting for us to come in swiftly, and so. And this has got a lock keeper in, which is handy, which is always taking the instructions from. Apparently, he's working between Day's lock, which we went through yesterday, and this one at Benson Lock. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. There we are. Another successful lock navigated with the assistance of the lovely people.
Yes. Another day, another lock. No, day's lock was the last one yesterday.
That's right. Had a chat to the bloke in the boat in front of us who was saying it's been absolutely dead on the river, mainly down to the COVID lockdowns and all of that and the economy. He sort of said it's a buyer's market if you're interested in buying boats, because people are a bit strapped for cash. So yeah, but it's a shame because
not really in a position to buy one.
Yeah.
It's a nice idea though. Maybe have to do some fantasy shopping.
We'll do some fantasy shopping. Meanwhile, we're enjoying this wonderful holiday thanks to Ed.
This amazing gift from Ed,
Yeah.
loaning his boat.
Right. We're just coming into Wallingford now, and we're just trying to find a mooring point. Unlike the canals, as we've said before, the rivers are less easy to just pull up against the side.
Oh, there's these paddle boarders over there, but the lady here, she's got little dachshund with a complete safety jacket. So cute.
That is a very good bit of parking, Julia. I don't know how you do it.
Pure skill and determination.
Yes, both of those. We're in Wallingford now. We've managed to find somewhere to park. We're going to walk down this little path and head into Wallingford that we said as before. I think the location for Midsummer Murders. Well, when you start to come to these sort of old places, you realise England still has it.
Yeah, there is oldie worldy in here somewhere.
What do you mean somewhere?
Well, no, here.
Yes.
In England, but here. There is
Oozing all around.
the oldie worldy of England. I know what I prefer. You've got these, is it Georgian?
Yeah.
And then you've got, well, about 200-300 years old.
Yeah, sort of...
The George Hotel.
Oh, there's somebody waving.
People waving in the window.
There he is. Oh, playing cards. Fantastic. Look at that.
That's exactly what the pub should be for. Meeting your mates
And playing cards. Yeah. It's a lovely street. I'm guessing that's a church up there.
Sweetie shop. This is my stop.
Is it a drinking fountain?
This drinking fountain originally sited in the marketplace in 1885, but later removed to the Bull Croft, was returned in August 1979. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's a beautiful thing.
Very ornate. There's dragons on it. There's this gorgeous golden, is it heron?
Looks like a
I
heron.
think it is, yeah. What are these flowers? I'm not sure what they are.
This is quite unusual, I think, with the church bang in the centre of the village.
Right behind.
Yeah, because Normally the churches are slightly to the edge of the village because the villages often shift away. You quite rightly guessed when we came round the side of this building that it was either the parish rooms or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's just got that look, isn't it?
It's
I
got
used to
that
dance
look.
in the parish rooms in Salisbury Green.
Oh, there you go. Reading rooms, free public library. The Victorians were very keen on that. This is the church that you see from the river with a very tall spire.
Very interestingly.
And what is it?
shaped one.
It's
It
being
says-
looked after by the church's conservation trust, which means it's no longer in operation, so it must be quite old, probably older than the other one.
Run by volunteers. If you should find it closed, a key is available from the town information centre located at the undercroft of the town hall.
St. Peter's Church, just saw the sign. So let's go in and have a quick gander, shall we? And then we'll have a walk round. This is more my kind of church. And it's so bare. I'd be interested in the date of it actually, because I reckon it's 17 something or other, but it's got this what they call not an asp, an apse, which means it's got a circular chancel. The east wall is in an arc,
Which should mean the acoustics are brilliant for projecting that way.
absolutely.
I've never seen this in a church before.
So yeah, it's very Georgian church. So I reckon something like 1767.
It's so sad when you see the gravestones of children. There's an 18-month-old there. I know it was years ago. 1809 this kid died. What it's done to me. Stupid cow. AP Maris and SS Maris. So it's a 16-year-old and an 18-month-old. Heart breaks your heart, no matter how long it is, isn't it? That boat's called Julia. Looks a bit abandoned.
Great fun.
There was a bunch of kids in this tree when we passed, both times, because we went past and turned around to come back to a mooring space we'd seen. And I could barely see. They were kind of waving their arms frantically and shouting hello, and eventually I was able to free an arm up and wave, and then followed that with a hello.
Hello.
And one of the kids shouted, "She waved at me!"
And then he fell in the river and drowned. It was
No, that bit.
Oh, is that made up?
That bit.
Oh yeah, no, that was.
That wasn't real.
No, that wasn't real. But the rest of it
The
was
first
real.
bit was.
Yeah. Right, we just got to get back without falling in and
Yeah.
drowning. We're back on board, we've had a cup of tea, and now we're just going to go down the river a little bit because we don't want to get down to Goring too quickly and then on to Reading. So although it's about 4ish now, we're just going to find somewhere quiet, away from people, to moor up.